Now, a lot of stars, you hear they, like to thank all the little people that I crushed underfoot making it. But the guy who probably was more responsible for saying yes at a time where he really needed it was a bartender in a hotel.
It was a French-Canadian bartender by the name of Gaetan Lepine. And I walked in, and he took a look at me, and I could just tell by the first look that I wasn't welcome. And when I walked up to the bar, and I said to the guy, I says, well, look, how much is your beer? He said, 40 cents. He says, well, I only got 35, and could you put an extra nickel with it to give me the beer anyway? So he says, he took a look at my guitar, and he happened to be a country music fan, and he says, well, there's nobody in here. And he says, what the hell? He says, if you want to play me a couple of tunes, he said, I'll put the nickel with it, and if I like what you're doing, I'll give you another beer. So I took out the guitar, had rope wrapped around the old busted up case and all this, and had a couple of shirts wrapped around the guitar. That was my luggage. I think my shaver fell out and the whole thing, and says, well, here we go. I says, what do you want to hear? He says, your favorite. So I sang what was popular at the time, Pick Me Up on Your Way Down, Hank Thompson's song. Well, he liked it. Give me the beer. You know any more? Yeah. I sings him another popular song at the time, I've Been Everywhere by Hank Snow. Wow. Along come another beer. He goes in and gets the boss. Well, if you want to stick around, tomorrow night is Friday, next day is Saturday. If you want to sing for tips, we'll sit you over there in the corner, and you can sing your heart out, and, if you can get any tips, this and that, we'll watch you. If we like you, we'll hire you next week. Fine. But the big thing was, we'll give you a room. We'll give you a place to stay for the night. Well, whether I worked out or not, I didn't really give a damn, because being a drifter, as long as I got a bed and some clean sheets and all this and a nice warm place for the night, what the hell, it's better than sleeping in jail. So I stood there and sang for the rest of the night, and the next night, and the next night. So at the end of Saturday night, there were people coming in Saturday night that had heard me the first night and heard me the second night, and they came back.
And they kept coming back. For how many months were you there?
Well, yeah, to cut a long story short, 14 months. And the people liked me, and I didn't burn any bridges. And so those guys became my friends.
And they're still your friends.
And they're still my friends.
That bartender that you just talked about and is in your book, I look in the back cover of Long Gone to the Yukon, and he's co-written 80% of the songs on the album.
Right on. Right on. And as I say in the liner notes, it might be my small way of paying them back for that nickel.
I was talking with your wife Lena out in the lobby before we got started, and I said, so what are your favorite songs? And she mentioned Mrs. Blue Guitar.
Mrs. Blue Guitar, this was originally Gate Lepine's idea.
But Lena says that's probably the song that's most autobiographical of yours. She said this is Tom's life. Those are exact words.
Well, you see, Gate wrote that with me in mind. He wrote that with the night that I walked in and what I looked like when I walked into the Maple Leaf Hotel. I was downtrodden, bedraggled, tired, unshaven. I looked pretty bad, pretty thin, cheeks wallowed in, and pretty desperate looking character. And all I had was Mrs. Blue Guitar.
Oh, Mrs. Blue Guitar, you're all I have to hold. If I had been a star, you'd wear strings of gold. But though I can't be worthy of the lady that you are, I'll always love you, Mrs. Blue Guitar. I'll always love you, Mrs. Blue Guitar.
Stompin' Tom, Long Gone to the Yukon is his latest CD. It's available through EMI. And the book, Stompin' Tom, Before the Fame, written by Stompin' Tom Connors, is published by Viking Penguin Books.